Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money. That's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on that Cleveland, Ohio boy. That man, Showtime, Shawn Porter, the two-time welterweight world champion, a top 5 welterweight on this job. And we got the 3-division world champion, the Nebraska Omaha boy, former undisputed at 140, the current WBO welterweight world champion, considered by some the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Terence Crawford. Now, check this out, fam. We all been wanting this fight to happen, right? Now, we all know Shawn Porter was waiting on Terence Crawford, to shoot over a deal or to give him a better offer, right? Now, Shawn Porter has came out and admitted that Terence Crawford didn't want the fight. Kenny Porter has came out and admitted that Terence Crawford or Bob Arum didn't want the fight. Well, I'm not going to say that Terence Crawford didn't want the fight, but, if Bud said he wanted the fight, he would have pressed the gas on Bob. Bob told Kenny that he's not sending over an offer. You know what I'm saying? He's not sending over an offer. Kenny put it out there. Then Shawn came back and backdoored his daddy and said some things. And then I got what Terence Crawford said. So we going to get into these things, listen to them, then I'm going to get my thoughts. But y'all check this out. Here go Kenny Porter, the first man.
Well, it never got any further than, we on multiple occasions, myself, Shawn, had conversations. And with our advisor, we've had conversations that we wanted to fight. It never got any further than going to Bob Arum's office and saying, "Hey, Bob, we're here to make the fight." And Bob talked to us and he said, "Well, I'm not going to make an offer today." And I said, "Well, can you give me a ballpark of the offer? What direction are we going here?" And he said, "Well, we're not going to make an offer today." And then it just ended. They never pursued it. And now I hear that Shawn is no longer the mandatory. He's been dropped from the #1 spot. Someone else is in the #1 spot now. And no matter how you look at it, you don't need to take my opinion on it. If it was a mandatory situation, if it was a situation where we should have been in a position to fight the guy, we told the guy we wanted to fight him. We told his promoter face-to-face we wanted to fight him. Why didn't they make the fight? They don't want to fight. There's no way around that. They just don't want to fight. And as far as we're concerned, we can't try to make you fight us. You don't want to fight us. Shawn is getting ready now. He's training. And we should be, back in the ring in the next 8 to 10 weeks.
Now, as y'all see, Kenny Porter said he sat down with Bob Arum. Bob Arum wanted nothing to do with the fight. You feel me? I don't know if that's around the time where they were trying to get the situation with Manny Pacquiao or what, but they never got back to him. They never got back to him. But I want y'all to listen to Terence Crawford and what he had to say about Shawn Porter, and I'm going to give y'all Shawn Porter thoughts. Check this out, fam.
Yeah, that's not going to be Bob Arum or PBC, Al Heyman. That's not going to be up for him. That's going to be up to us if we're going to agree to fight, And right now, we haven't had a discussion on whether or not will we fight or not, me and Shawn. So right now, I'm not even thinking about that fight. I'm not worried about that fight. That fight is not even in my head right now, But all those other guys, they know what it is.
Now, as y'all see, Bud said it wasn't in his head. You know what I mean? He's not worrying about Shawn Porter, this, that, and the third. But then he did another interview with Ak and Bach, where he said that now that Shawn Porter is testing because he came out to talk. But in Bud's head, he never envisioned himself fighting Shawn Porter. He never wanted to fight Shawn Porter, bro. You see what I'm saying? And he's saying that, it's got to be between me and Shawn. It's not going to be between Bob. It's not going to be between Al. I remember when Bob was trying to get him to sign a contract to fight Shawn. He was like, well, I'm going to get you to sign a contract. So it was hard for Bud to sign that contract. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this, man. You can't pick and choose who you want to fight when you need a big fight. You understand what I'm saying? But I want y'all to listen to Shawn Porter so I can really go off on this thing, bro. Y'all listen to Shawn and what he had to say, and it adds up to what Terence Crawford just said. But y'all check this out.
In retrospect, I really do feel like I went about it the wrong way. I think I started to kind of listen to the noise and kind of perpetuated the noise instead of, going to Terence and, confront him once again about a possible fight, that, in retrospect was the way to do it. But, I think in the moment and even now, I thought that, voicing that I wanted to fight him was going to do what needed to be done, but that wasn't it. So yeah, I'm not gonna say we, because my team for some time has said, hey, move forward, but I kind of was really keeping my eyes and my heart set on a possible fight with Terence Crawford, and then recently my dad's like, hey, you gotta let that go, you gotta get back in the ring, you gotta stay busy. Other people within the team saying, right now you're preventing one fighter from allowing you to make money and support your family, so you can't do that anymore. So now we're moving forward. We're looking at July, hopefully early July, and opponent we don't really know right now, so it doesn't look like anything is going to shake out with.
Now, y'all, as we see now, check this out. Kenny Porter went in trying to get the fight for Shawn. Shawn wanted the fight. Kenny Porter wanted the fight. Bob never got back to them. Bob never got back, right? We know Terence Crawford said that the only way this fight is going to happen is if him and Shawn Porter agrees to it. So I guess they had a mutual agreement that if they were going to fight each other, they weren't going to do it in the public eye. They was going to do it behind the scenes. They was going to call each other and say, let's make the fight happen. It was going to be on our terms, right? And now Shawn Porter just confirmed that, because we seen what Terence Crawford said. Nobody's going to make us fight unless we want to fight. I'm not worrying about Shawn Porter, but them other dudes, they know what's up. So he's willing to fight everybody except Shawn Porter unless him and Shawn Porter agree to fight. What type of shit is that, homie? What type of shit is that? Errol Spence fought Lamont Peterson and they was friends. They was friends. You think Errol Spence gave a fuck? No, sir. Shakur Stevenson is willing to fight his friends. You think he give a fuck? No, sir. You see what I'm saying? So when we looking at this situation, bro, how can y'all try to stall the fans out of a great fight? Right? So now y'all saying, oh, well, Shawn Porter didn't want to fight Bud when he had the belt. He didn't want to fight him when he had the belt, but Bud's sitting up here talking about he ain't going to fight unless they agree to fight. You feel me? And we already knew Shawn had a big-ass fight with Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a bigger fighter than Terence Crawford. People are getting a bigger payday with Errol Spence than Terence Crawford. And y'all can't get pissed off at that. But this is my thing. Shawn Porter, why the fuck are you apologizing for asking for the fight in public or on a fucking record, on social media, things like that? Huh? I don't care about no agreements, bro. If Terence Crawford is sitting up there, he's free. If you sitting up there and you free, you understand me? That's the fight that need to happen. Terence Crawford need a fight with PBC, with one of the PBC boys. I ain't gonna say with PBC, but with one of the PBC boys. He can't get Errol, right? He can't get Danny. He can't get Thurman. But you got Porter right there saying he want to fight you. You got Kenny Porter stepping to Bob Arum saying he want to fight you. And you sitting up here with your big-ass ego, you mad because he said he want to fight you in the public eye? That is the ego of Terence Crawford, man. This is the shit I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And fans and Bud fanatics get pissed off when we talk about these certain things. It's not that we talking about Terence Crawford as if he's not a great fucking fighter. I got Bud beating Shawn Porter. I got to beat him. But the Bud fanatics got him knocking Shawn Porter out. How about, listen, how do that sound? They got Terence Crawford knocking out Shawn Porter, but yet here's Terence Crawford don't want to push his promoter to make the fight. To make the fight. Why is that? Why is it you only willing to fight Errol Spence and Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman and not Shawn Porter? Why is that? You can't use friendship. You can't say because that's my buddy. My buddy, wherever I go, he goes, my buddy, because you didn't even show up to the goddamn man wedding. You understand what I'm saying? If you was that close to that man and you was friendly, buddy, you would have been at the wedding some way, somehow, my friend. Some way, somehow. So that's out the window. Now, we seen Terence Crawford come out and said he wanted to fight you. We seen you on Akim Barak saying if your business don't go through with Manny Pacquiao, right? If it don't happen, and I couldn't find that clip for y'all to play that because I want y'all to hear out the horse's mouth himself. If that fight don't happen and it fall through, then you will be exploring Shawn Porter. That will be your next move because he's trying you now. Remember that? You're trying me now. Be on standby. If this business fall through, we gonna come and holler at you. Well, Kenny Porter just said nobody came to holler at him. Bob Arum to get him a call. You know what I mean? And look at all these cats out here that ran with that narrative and try to make it like Shawn Porter didn't want to fight because he said his team advised him to move on. His team advised him to move on because he wasn't getting a fucking call back from Bob Arum or Terence Crawford. And he was holding up his fucking career waiting for them. You understand what I'm saying? He was holding up his career waiting for them. And they wasn't calling him. And they like, wait a minute, man, listen, the days are going by, homie. You need to snap out of that shit. The man's not trying to fight you. So we need to go on this July date and your ass didn't get in the ring and make this money for your family. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't see how Terence Crawford can sit up here needing a big fight. You need a big fight. These are your words. You need a big fight to set your legacy in stone. You have a big fight right there in front of you, but you don't want it. You don't want it. You feel me? You say you don't want Errol after the accident. Your promoter don't want to pay Danny Garcia what he asked for. Your promoter don't want to pay Keith Thurman what he asked for. But then you got all these cats out here talking about, well, why they trying to price themselves out with Bud? Everybody want to price themselves out with Bud. Keith Thurman want to ask for this much. Danny Garcia want to ask for this much. But then when we say Bud is pricing himself out against Errol Spence, we need to shut the fuck up and let them do their business. We shouldn't tell a man what to ask for, right? But why is it when it comes to Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman, they need to take what Bud trying to give them? They need to take what Bud trying to give them. But when we say Bud need to take the 60-40, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Y'all can't tell that man how to run his business. So how hypocritical can y'all be? How hypocritical can y'all be? Quit playing with me, man. Quit playing with me. And I'm still a fan of Terence Crawford. I'm still going to buy his pay-per-views. I'm still going to root for him when he's not fighting Errol Spence. You understand what I'm saying? Because I rock with Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford need the facts. He need the yes man's gone. He need the one that's putting that bullshit in his ear of he deserved 50-50, gone. He need the ones that putting the bullshit in his ear that he don't need to fight Shawn Porter, right? Gone. You know what I'm saying? You need to get in there and face one of these top dudes, bud. You really do, bro. Because there's no way you should be sitting out to September. No way. Not after Bomac said you was fighting 3 times a year when you got that big deal. Those were Bomac words. Oh, we pushing 3 times a year. 3 times a year, we gonna grind this motherfucker out. Those was Bomac words. But now all of a sudden, just because it's not Errol the True Spence Jr., you don't want to fight nobody else? Now you don't even want to fight Errol the True Spence Jr.? Come on, man. Y'all got to make this make sense to me, bro. Y'all got to make this make sense. For one, Shawn Porter, you shouldn't be apologized for asking for the fight. That's what the fuck you're supposed to do. You feel me? Shut the fuck up. Quit apologizing. Right? I don't care about the pack. Oh, we agreed to talk behind the scenes. Well, you should have called him behind the scenes. He still wasn't going to give you the fight. Kenny Porter went into Bob Arum office. Bob didn't want to holler at him because that's the man who's going to make the fight. Not you and Bud Crawford. Not you and Bud Crawford. So when Bud Crawford saying, oh, we're going to be the one. Nope, Bob Arum got the last say so. So Bob never wanted the fight. Well, Bob said he wanted the fight. He couldn't get Crawford to sign it. But not Kenny saying Bob said he don't want the fight. So I don't know what the fuck going on. Bob going to see now. You know, Terence Crawford tomorrow is up to them to make it happen. Right? And then it's just a lot of bullshit with the mandatory spot and all that shit, man. We just don't know what's going on with Terence Crawford's career. That shit is in the fucking in a fucking mud right now, bro. That shit is at a standstill, and it's sad because the dude got all that potential. He's a hell of a fighter, and he deserves to be fighting the best. But he's not putting his best foot forward to get these guys in the ring. So at the end of the day, blame Terence Crawford for his own career. Blame him. You understand me? Y'all want to blame everybody else for their mistakes? Blame Terence Crawford for his own mistakes. You feel me? Because this shit is falling right on him. It's not falling on deaf ears. It's falling right on him, bro. And he got to take responsibility as a fucking man. Him and Bomac. Now, we'll see who this man fight look like in September, right? And then I'm still looking for him and Errol Spence to fight at the end of the year. Because after Errol Spence fight Dennis Ugas, I'm pushing for undisputed. Period. That's it. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, undisputed, fall time, winter time. That's it, man. I wish both of these dudes the best. I wish Shawn Porter the best in July. I wish Terence Crawford the best in September. And we'll see how their career go after that. But until then, this your boy Monty. This the ANSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down. Big dog status, man.